Great and beautiful morning and evening to you all wherever you're joining me at this moment. Welcome to 453 edition of Invest Data Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, today is the last trading day of the week. Also, the day or the week that usher in the second half of the month of September, and that is the last month of the third quarter of the year. And don't forget that this month also will usher in the last quarter of the year. And I believe that investors in the market across the globe understand that the month of September is a very dicey month. We have seen in the market economy that this month is almost times in red. But today we are seeing that we are seeing market extending a positive move at the opening of market across this mature market as a result of what news of rate cut are also coming from Fed. Yes, we saw yesterday that Bank of England, also ECB, sorry, also had their own rate cut. That means for the second time they are cutting rate, and that also is expected that that's impacted their market already as we speak now. European market stock as that are also in green at this hour, and that of Asia is not left behind. They're also looking also green as we speak. US is also in that direction, but this is a lot of what all eyes on what will be the scope of what of the rate cut that that US will start. If that happens, that would confirm that yes, matured economy or the big central banks of the world has already closed their rate hike cycle. And also what is happening in crude oil market is also a plus for most of them. We are seeing that oil price are remain as we speak now below $70, even trying to close positive for the week after it has gone below $70 also this same week. For me, you can see that all these dynamics we are seeing in the market is what many market players in mature economy and local economy, local here, our local market here is also watching and looking at what to guide their work. One, settle rotation, positioning work for the end of the quarter, which also comes with regressing at the end of the day, and also the last quarter of the year. We have seen that it's a bullish quarter. Go and check the history of many markets across the globe. Many of the markets also gearing up and preparing for what this last quarter of the year, knowing that seasonality that comes with it and timing, and also sentiment is already positive. For most years, we're taking of historical data. For that, we expect that this year 2024 will not be an exception. But also, don't forget that every investment you have to calculate your risk, and don't forget that also as we expect to see oscillation in the month of September, which also here in Nigeria, the market started almost on a negative note for the first week. Or this week, we're seeing a mixed trend that's likely to also to hold the close the week in a green, and that was also the last, the second half of the month, which is also, I said earlier, the last month of the third quarter of the year. And don't forget that after that, we're seeing any season that will come from what from the month of October. These are the things that also going to drive the market. But the good things are let's start from what Asia. As speaking now, Asia market is also in green, and that opened on a good note. Looking at what the news of seeing inflation for the month of August, looking up in what in Japan, knowing that Japan also that have signaled that Japan have planned already to increase the rate. This slight or soft growth we are seeing in inflation in that domain also might likely also push back of Japan to go what into rate hike. And that also, what it means when you write high rate in the environment. And also, this is a country or a nation that also enjoy low value of their naira of their currencies or their currency, which also have attracted high trade for them. Because if you are an exporting economy having a either you value your naira or your currency, your currency, it has the way of attracting the trade. We have seen in there, but with this August inflation looking up, that signal that the back of Japan, their next policy meeting are likely to high rate. And that's why all eyes are on that, focuses on that as we speak. But for like I said earlier, the turn focus on on Fed for what the first potential rate cut as expected after 4 years has also have been a kind of a cherry news looking at. Don't forget that anywhere in the world when you see rate cuts, it boosts what bargain buying in the market, and that also are likely to slow down some fixed income market. But I tell you, the buy interest in the local technology in the Asia market and that zone has also impacted on their market as we speak. But if you look at the regional market, in the regional market in that environment, in that Asia zone, I think that the tracking the world, the gains that Wall Street recorded yesterday, and we're seeing that trend continue this morning. That in Europe and also in US, we're seeing that stock market has opened in the green. Where as investors also look at what has happened in terms of the figure of of the sneaky inflation printed for US economy, but still US Fed is taking decision to go ahead and what and cut rate in their next meeting, and that is also what's also driving kind of a position taking, sector rotation, and that steady buying in other sector, technology inclusive, and also this will help also the market also to to be in green in Asia and other markets as we speak. But I tell you like Hong Kong also index as we speak now is also in green, extending the rebound I started like for the past 3 days. At the most of the stocks are selling at a discount in the local market. Forget that, not forget that all over operating the last month, or we just say for the third quarter, all eyes are still on NSE, especially for those companies that have the year as their calendar, as their financial year calendar. That also is a plus for them. For this sentiment also towards China remain also a bit oscillating following the main economic activities in that environment. Even as of August, the macro data in China showed mixed as a prospect of what all the trade restriction or tariffs that been weighing on them from the expected new government. As during the debate that was heated last Tuesday, we saw that how most information was pointing towards China on this trade war, trade tension. I believe that is why we are seeing that market work. For most of the Asia stocks as we speak now are speculative and also speculative on what 25 or 50 basic points of rate cut that will come from the US. If that happens, it has a way of also impacting on what the market. Yes, we look towards what is happening in Europe. I said earlier, Europe was seen that like I said earlier, that the European Central Bank (ECB) has cut rate for the second time on Thursday yesterday, and which is good news for them. This also have it's also impacting the market. Don't forget that anytime where you see rate cuts in any environment, the equity market also have a way of getting benefit from it. And also that also boosts the economy. The activities of companies on the exchange over there also improve because cost of running business will reduce. Not like what we are expressing here. We believe that's why for the last for 3 offer in Nigeria, we have seen the rate is coming down. That's a signal. And that's also impacting activity in the market. After Wednesday, Treasury bill offer, we saw the market on Thursday, and also what we are seeing today in Nigeria. The market has sustained the positive trend of yesterday and this morning after Wednesday, Treasury bill option in Nigeria. Not only that, all eyes are still on what inflation figure next week from this over the weekend, on 15th, which will likely come on Monday, not on the system. But let's look at this. I think I'm going to drive the market. Like I said earlier, one of the top that this is the month we expect to see what we will dress because it's the end of a quarter. Like I said, that most of the time in Nigeria, end of the month does not make much on prices, but end of the quarter, where the operators and also fund managers want to kind of close their account in positive as a rate of what's accruing to them in terms of commission or anything they're dealing with their client. For that, in the time that you see that price likely to move up because of portfolio or also put it as window dressing for the end of the quarter. These are the things that are going to happen right now. But in US, like I said earlier, US market has opened in the green, but the bone strikers workers are planning to go on strike after there was a hike in their wages. But still, some of the other within that US also are planning to go strike so that they can press down what their request or their demand. It's also all this aviation business like how we can turn around. Especially this plane producing company. I believe that is why we're seeing that stock moving. But I believe that also as crude oil are trying to rebound, but also it has had an impact on the economy because when you see crude oil price rise and you see also dollar softening going down, it helps to boost consumption. That is what we're going to see going to the future. On this note, look at what is happening also in Africa. Look at Africa. Africa market is mixed. Why here in Nigeria, our market has sustained and a positive open. This morning that since 10 o'clock, that trend has continued in green. As a result of what we saw a positive close the previous day, we've seen that trend also in the market. But we'll come to that. We're going to look at what market data. But now that we're seeing Africa market is mixed, Nigeria market is against the NGS. We're going to look at the market data before we look at what is happening, what the result that were released by GTCO, how the market has treated that result. Even the result coming powerfully, see that the price has not responded. Even when that price has not, the sellers the opportunity to put the price down, put the chart to show us when we open the chart. That's why quickly look at what market data from there, and also look at the result that came from GTCO as I mentioned earlier, and also want to look at the chart patterns of ICT stocks that we're seeing positive sentiment in those stocks. For the chart to give us a better position to see what is happening in that industry. Because if you look at the chart pattern of the companies that make up that industry, you open your eyes to see to know what is expected, especially as we're entering into the last quarter of the year. You need to also prepare your portfolio to position for a higher return. And if you understand how to trade with what seasonality and also market timing, that's why the masterclass that's coming on the 28th is for a purpose. So that those that have registered, I said again last time, that have not sent their details, who are seeing your payment or are not seeing your details, your email address will mean your phone number, so that you're able to get your link for the masterclass. Please do so. And those that are here to take advantage of this kind of opportunity for you also to do that, so you can also prepare for the next 90 days to also smile to the bank. They are looking at the market data, like I said earlier, that's what they're looking at. Market has broken a strong resistance level, which is a 97,000 mark. You can see that market have rebounded and has broken it out. For me, it's a good news for us. But now that market has really sustained, but the next resistance level will be around 98,115. If market break this level now, it has broken out, will it sustain what the momentum is it going to address at the end of the quarter that was waiting. Quarter will move with, we need to know. Are we seeing new buying interest in some stocks or industry? These are the things that you need to look at, and that's what we're going to discuss. We're going to, after looking at the GTCO, the number, look at what the chart to see where we are going. But on the strength of market data, I see that the market is doing 97,250.61, up by 225.44 basis points, representing 0.23%. 0.23% as to speak. Whereas if you look at the market rate is strongly positive, or as we see 20 gainers against 21 gainers, against 10 losers. And I believe that it's a sign that you can see that the impact of what we see a missed kind of signal from the market. We're seeing more flow into the market. A lot of what for the past 2 or 3 consecutive TB, we have seen that rates continue to look southward, and also the NPR remain a bit high, and that also affects the economy. But now in the last inflation figure that came for the month of July, we saw a kind of a slowdown. Which for the month of August, I've said in one of the class that because of we have seen fuel queue in Nigeria for almost 40 days in that month, before that month, and that also was still having today. That's going to affect, even though the seeming impact of new base and the harvest we saw in the month of July. This is the proper to the month of July, August, September for harvest. We have seen that early harvest started in July with year base. We have seen the new year base for the new base for what for the new base effects we've seen in July. These are the things that have affected but with that trend continue, we have seen price of transport also starting again because of hike in fuel price. Not only that, during the queue, even the price was little stable, but because of scarcity, passengers are paying for their notes. Because of after queuing, the commuters will come and charge a higher price. But now that they have officially hiked, the customer is going to play on August and on September, and if able to also the end of the year. But I believe that these are the things that we should also look at when we're investing. But if you look at the market, the top losers as we speak now, we're seeing that NSL Tech is leading by 10% down. Puma Tech is also on that trend, 9.7% down. Custodian investment, I'm not surprised after talking about 14 naira, 70 profit taking this morning. It's expected to move from 11 naira to 14. That is about 3 naira or 350 gain in less than 1 week. That is a good deal for traders. Also, we're seeing that MC Nikos also down by 8.4, followed by what Sunu Assurance. These are the top losers. But on the gainer start, we're seeing that the initial PLC, which is the key, so up by 10%, followed by Cavaton 10%, UPDC also 9.9% in the green. Also, we're seeing that the elephant here is also shaking. We're seeing that the LBN holding is also 9.8, trading about 29 naira from as low as 22, 21 have been growing before the beginning of the week. I see in the last two trading days, we're seeing the price jumping to this level, and also whether it's called a sympathy rally, we're seeing from from Honeywell, that is the next now. Yes, Honeywell Q1 look very good, and that's the first quarter. With that trend be sustained, and also what is the capacity of their production? What is also the product line that support this line? But it's a good news if the sector where we're seeing a lot of company posting negative result, a lot of FS losses. If we're seeing that the result of is turning positive for Q1. If that trend continues, what it will look like? And don't forget that it's not entry dividend paying income, so that any movement you are seeing, an opportunity for you to also cash out and take your profit, depending on the price you enter. That's the thing you also have in mind. Because also we expect to see their second quarter to come in October. That means that they are not entry dividend paying company, and the number also will give more light where the company is going. Don't forget that as things are going high, consumption of goods services also reduce. And depend, I know that food items you don't compromise on food, but it depends on your what on your purchasing power. Also, what to look at. With that reflect on the numbers of more of this manufacturing sector or consumer goods product company, you need to also consider that this is the top gainers for today. But in terms of volume or activities, we are seeing that FBN holding is leading about 25.2 million shares traded so far, followed by Japan Gold 14.3 million shares, Honeywell have done 12.5 million shares, and FGN Cocoa have done 9.4 million shares, followed by Transcorp 6.6 million shares as we speak. This is the state of the market. For people look at what is the number or the figure coming from Transcorp, GTCO also telling us at this hour. It's very, very important that we look at it. If you look at the top line of what we call a gross earnings of this company, I will tell you that the number that emanated from Zenith Bank, from Stanbic IBTC, and also this GTCO, especially the intelligent ribbon, is a kind of consolidation, also reflecting what we have seen earlier for those that are not dividend paying company. We saw the number that came from ETI, one that came from FCMB and Women Bank before now. Say that these banks are solid, but with this impact of continuing efforts, gain on also on them, how they're going to pay out going to come out at the end of the year. But on the strength of the numbers, these banks are not fantastic, and I'm not surprised because an environment where we are seeing NPR almost getting to 28%, expect that it will reflect on the bank numbers, because don't forget that the banks get money through interest rate and also lending, and also that also practically give them. Also, most of these banks that are entry development have gone what? Have gone holding. Because they've gone holding, also a lot of business activity. That's why if you look at apart from the interest income these banks are posting, go and take their trade income and others. You can see that we are seeing a lot of fund coming activities, and that's why any of these banks that are still standing alone, they are planning to go because they know the importance of this holding company. Don't forget during the time of Sky Blue, where we're having a universal license for the banks, they made money. If they capitalize easy, but this time you can see that what is happening in the capital market because of what? Yes, investors have become more savvy, more intelligent. But people know what they are doing now compared to them. But I believe that you can see that almost the same pattern with this bank going to a holding company, expect to see a better number after the private market activities, because they have big money to do that business. But for now, as a trader investor, going to do what called sector rotation, you go in and come out. There's those that have gone out of banking sector. You don't need to regret because you are still coming back to make money. As we speak now, even with the better, with the kind of better than expected the numbers we are seeing now in this intelligent people, we are not seeing movement in them. Even now, our eyes are staying in the life of Access Bank, UBA and Fidelity. The one that come so far, market have not reacted, even with the better number, and also increase their intelligent payout by almost 100%. We saw Zenith Bank increasing their their dividend from 50 to 1 naira, put to Stanbic from 1 naira 50 to 2 naira. Now also we are seeing from GTCO result that we are looking at from 50 to 1 naira, which is also a good one. But if you look at the gross earnings of GTCO, for me, you can see that this is very a brilliant performance from 584.4 billion in 2023 half year to 1.38 trillion. For me, it's a good one, representing about 136% in the green. It is a good result that tells that this top line reflects that yes, the interest income and non-interest income together have impacted this number. For me, it's a good one. If you go down and see here, if you look at the interest income alone, you can see the movement in the previous year to from 214.5 billion to 207.7 billion. If you are looking at this number, I'm just where my cost is. It's a good one. Even after the cost, the expenses and all, you can see that you are seeing having about good return. You can see it here, what we call a net income, net interest income. You can see about 491.5 against 477.5. This tells you that these people are making money. And if you look at fees and commission that comes also, they have made almost more than 100%. You can see it from here to here. For me, this is a good one that also almost 100%. It's also consider. And if you look at other incomes in this result, you can see other incomes in this result. Sorry, let me quickly show you before we can quickly round it up. You can see that other incomes in this result will also open your eyes to see that yes, these banks are raking in money with what with their holding companies. This is why anyone that you can see other incomes that comes to, you can see other incomes. What do you like? Other income from other tradings, trading they do, trading income. Let me put it that way. But we say other income. So for me, it's a good one. That these other incomes also have also impacted heavily or what on the performance of the company. For me, it's a good one. It's okay. This way you can see it here. At the end of the day, if you take what was in the non-income, non-interest income is about 761.5 billion against 358.5 billion in 2023. This is about almost more than 112.4% in the green. At the end of the day, this translates to what? To profit after tax of what? Of 905.6 billion against 280.5. We can see the change about 223% in the green. This is powerful and huge. And any per share of what of 32.12, 32 naira 12 kobo against 9 naira 94 kobo. This more than almost getting to 250% an increase. For me, it's a good one and kudos. And the what we call book what we call book value per share also moved from as low as what 50 naira 19 kobo to what to 81 to 82 naira as we speak. Now this is a strong tell that the stock is very undervalued. But if you are thinking to buy and if you better you depend on your investment objective, and that's why we're discussing about your own trading plan and rules. It depends on what you are looking at. You have to navigate the market. If you're looking at the what we call the book value per share for GTB, you see that the stocks are undervalued. I thought that value about almost 82 naira, selling around there 46, 47, 45. Say that it's fair for what share. But I will say that this is just a number that we want to look at, because even at the end of the year, that this bank is have to pay for 4 naira, even if this bank 4 naira, that's 5 naira, and that's about 10% of what of 15 naira. If they pay 5 naira dividend, 4 naira plus this, what would that do on the price? You know to understand where to be and when to come back to this company for different either you are investing for interest income or investing for dividend income. All depends on you, but you must look at this number, but it's very, very critical. At the end of the day, the profit margin, which is very, very important, and which also help GTCO to stand out in the industry. But if you look at their profit margin, it has moved from almost 48% towards to 65.7. That this company, this GTCO, they are efficient in managing costs, and that is that in every 1 naira, about 65 kobo is about 60 kobo is retained as what as profit. This is a good number for me to consider. And also, if you look at the return on assets, strong, around the 15%. For me, it's a good one. Like I said earlier, the dividend income moved from 50 kobo in 2023 to 2020. This is the number. Of course, if you look at the balance sheet of this company and the cash flow, it's a very robust balance sheet. For me, almost about the assets about 14 point something trillion against 9 point something. It's a good one that you look at all this number when you are taking your word to investment. But numbers don't lie. But once you're able to interpret this number, it will help you to work more forward to form investment. Because of our time, we'll quickly look at the chart where we're looking at what the positive chart of what of this ICT companies on the exchange, what how their numbers have performed. Let's quickly go to that. It will also guide us. Yes, if you look at the market, I've said about the market already, but because of our time, we'll go to what some of these companies that make up this world, these ICT companies that are moving in the market now. But on the chart now, you can see that the market is still extending a positive movement that started on since when? Since market made a U-turn after this hammer formation here, you can see, or let me say hammer formation here. From here, you can see that markets are trying to maintain an uptrend, which also the trend you are seeing today 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for the last 5 trading days now, I see the market is in green and it's likely to close the market towards positive for the week. After the market have kind of opened the month of September in the red, on negative outing, but I think that second week, that's why I say it's a month that you feel that it's a very volatile month of sales relation, mistrend, and that's also what is happening also as I've discussed at the beginning of the month. You can see that here. But because of our time, let's call up our indicators that will help us also to make decision on this before we now go and look at those ITC stocks that we are seeing positive trend in there. It's very, very important that we notice that in our decision. Yes, this will turn this one to what to 8. You all know that will not change this to it. Yes, I'll consider that strength is back to the market. You can see that the market is trading above what? Market is trading above the T line as we speak. I see that the market is up like this, looking at the T line. Say that market is up already and right now. I see that up looking up for me is a good one. Market is above the T line. This is a very good signal or a good pattern to look at. You can see it here. Yeah, even then when the market is also below the 50 days moving average on for me, but still trading above the T line is a sign that market has also rebounded and also trying to work to sustain the recovery we are seeing for the market. This is for what you can see it here that even MACD has also turned bullish night has crossed over. You can see it here. While money flow is already reading at 77. For me, it's not even though it's slowing down this Friday, but yesterday it was almost 78, but now I think that's almost 77 now. But there's no cause for alarm for this. Here's quick one. Look at what is happening in those components that are iconic. Let's start from what MTN and see the pattern, the chart pattern of MTN, and see what is it revealing to us. This is on a daily chart. On a daily chart, you can see that the chart is strengthening now. If you take then this is a trend. If you draw a trend line from here, say that take a trend line from here, you can see that whenever you see trend line above the price action, tell you that what the stock is what is trending down. You can see it here. That's for MTN. But if you look at other indicators, you can see also here. You can see that trying to come back up again. MACD is positive here. On this stock, MACD is positive. Looking at MACD now, MACD is positive, and also looking at what are the money flow. Money flow is looking down on MTN right away. But quickly look at what is happening also in CWG. CWG also is also an ITC company. What is happening at CWG will give you an insight of what you should do as an investor, because it's a company that the numbers have turned positive as we speak now. With the technical analysis, know exactly what is happening there. As I said, then look at all this pattern of forward for those ITC companies, especially the MTN, the Omatech, the e-Transact, and see what is happening there. That will know exactly what to do as a trader or investor. This will guide us to know what we are doing in the market. Here you can see this trend. This is a daily chart, so I'm telling you. This daily chart has given you a sign already. As I said, let's look at the chart now. What I'm going to draw here, you see, tell me what you are seeing. This is also a down trend we are seeing here. A down trend you are seeing here. Good. This one I have opened my eye to see that this stock have pulled back and see almost following a triple button here. 1, 2, 3. You can see that it's making an uptrend, oscillating. But if you look like on other shorter time frame, on this I can see that the MACD is positive. Money flow is looking up in around 57 on a daily chart. But if you look at what is 1 hour chart saying about this company, 1 hour chart can see that it's forming a doji here. A hammer, a hammer here. This is a hammer tells you that the stock is going to resist the decline. And see, and also look at what the histogram is showing here. It's also accelerating. Once this blue across this one, it will confirm an uptrend. And now, third quarter is around the corner. If the number come and meet expectation, we're going to see a trend that will continue in uptrend. You can see also, let's look at what is happening in e-Transact. E-Transact is very, very important. That we'll see what is happening in that e-Transact to help you to make informed decision as we are seeing. E-Transact also on let's start from a daily chart. On a daily chart, you can see that E-Transact also have been on a downtrend, but also you can notice that there's also a change in trend as we speak. That's why I say look at the chart pattern of this company. You can look at the trend here. This is a downtrend from this level. Let's say from here. But now it has started all this way, all this while before breaking out. You can see that for how many days now, for like weeks, you can see that it has been an uptrend. Even to this, I thought tested almost 8 naira today, coming down to trade around 74. This is still have good potential. This 1 hour chart as we speak now for each other. Quick one, look at what is happening finally on Omatech. Omatech, I know that East Africa have been on a cyclical movement because the price has remained stable. But just look at what's happening on Omatech. So what's happening in Omatech, what's happening in Omatech will also tell us a lot, what's happening in Omatech. Omatech Nigeria. Let's see what is happening there right away. So what is happening in Omatech give us also a good clue of these companies. can see the trend for Omatech. Yeah, Omatech has gone up here. You can see there was an uptrend here. You can see this uptrend. That's why I say after an uptrend, what when its weakness. After this an uptrend, you can see here this is an uptrend. You know, if you want to mark it here, so that let's make it easy. After a downtrend here, Omatech here. So, okay, this one. Can see after this uptrend, you see another downtrend here. Therefore, now see another uptrend here. So another uptrend here. These are the trend that you do, but what matters is what is the latest trend here. After you have seen the stock move an uptrend here, you can see it here up here. You can see that the trend is above the line. Therefore, now saw a correction again. When we are seeing they were speaking now, Omata is slightly below the T line. For me, it's a good sign to watch. Any reversal is a good sign to buy. I see that the ITC components in that company in that ITC sector are giving us a positive chart pattern to watch. So at the end of the day, it's for us to stand and know what we are doing in this sector. On this note, because of our time, I will draw the curtain for today's class and I say thank you for your time. I will discuss more on this topic in the class tomorrow for Q&A, and also we're looking at how you can develop and plan your own trading plan, how you can also develop and also trade your plan effectively to make money in this market, because it's not time to follow bandwagon. You must know the source of your fund and what you want to achieve in the market. On this note, I'll say thank you. See you tomorrow at 12 noon by God grace. Bye. Yes, yes, yes.